And there's a lot of different aspects about this group. It's a little bit difficult to talk about because it's so wide-spanning. It's not a rock group, it's not a classical group, it's not a jazz group, but we do all those styles and many more. And
all at once?
Sure. What we do, we have the capability of playing an all-jazz program, an all-classical program, a program of all new music, meaning modern music, a program of all original music that members of the group have written, and so on. And what we do is have a strong focus for children, which you'll be seeing much about that as we go through some of the video clips that I think we'll be seeing today. And we try to present as many different styles to children as we can, and try not to speak down to them or to play down to them, but just to enable them to open their ears to all the different
What
sounds.
age group are you talking about, the people in your audience here?
We're talking anywhere from young toddlers to adults.
Most, I would say if you go to any grade school right now and talk to kids, they would probably think that the only music is rock and roll, right?
Well, that's what they're exposed to right now, but I find the young kids are very open. They're exposed to a lot of different styles and a lot of different sounds, and they just eat it right up. They absorb it. Most of the kids are very attentive. They very welcome it, and they really enjoy it.
Everything you do, is it acoustic?
Not necessarily. No, we use some electronics and some synthesized type sounds.
Right. The kids are very much into synthesizing and also the electronic amplification, etc.
One thing that we do is, from the beginning, the group started out with no percussionist. Now we use a percussionist almost all the time, but we wanted to avoid it seems like young people and even adults, to a really distressing degree, to my sensibilities, relate to music on a level of either having a nice beat or else the words or lyrics of a song. So we have no vocals usually. We're not against that. I mean, it's obviously a wonderful part of music. We wanted to expose people to the sounds, to all the different, qualities of music, and kind of force them to listen in a gentle way. So they're not just relating to a strong beat where they're feeling it in their gut, so to speak, or liking a song because of the lyrics, which is actually poetry.
Right.
Pop songs.
Can't you do about anything with a guitar? Is a guitar the universal instrument? I mean, that's the instrument we see on television, on MTV, the rock groups, etc. Is that
it's been around for a long time, or a guitar string instruments type thing. It's been around a long time, but it is a very versatile instrument, especially with electronics today. But all the instruments, I find the kids are open to all the, I play the bass, the acoustic bass, you see, and Bob plays the clarinet. And the kids like the acoustic sounds too, and they're all versatile. The bass is in a lot of different areas.
Clarinet seems like it would not be well received by kids, is it?
I believe so. It's, we've been well received by virtually unanimous audiences that we've played for. I don't feel, unhumble, I suppose, saying that. I think it's a fact. And children are, Jeff mentioned a little bit earlier, are more open in many ways to music than adults. One of the things we'll be seeing in a moment is, one of the things we do is having kids draw a picture. I have them close their eyes, we'll start a song, and they'll keep their eyes closed for a minute or two and just try to dream or imagine things. And then when they hear a special sound, they open their eyes up and they start drawing. And the song that we usually use for that is a piece of very modern music in a style called minimalism, which is actually a piece that the Youngstown Symphony or a group like that could do. And I have a feeling that those types of music are not being performed in the area because they're considered to be too sophisticated or outre for an adult audience, and the kids love it. The kids, and not only that, but after the song is over, it's like they'll sit there quiet for like 10 or 12 seconds. And this is people whether we've played in all the city high schools, all the seniors at South High School. It was the same kind of reaction as when we play for the preschoolers at the Montessori school.
Wow. I think one of the things that they can sense from us is that we enjoy our music. We enjoy presenting it to them. We respect our music and a lot of people's music. So that's one of the things we talk about. I enjoy pop music and rock music, but I also enjoy jazz and classical and contemporary music also.
So basically your message is that our focus is way too narrow.
Not necessarily everybody's, but we're just trying to let you say, open it up, expand a little bit. One of the names, one of the definitions of the name, the Dionysian, is to, it comes from the Greek term of a Greek god, and it's like trying to, what am I trying to say here?
Well, Dionysius was the god of like fertility and the god of
drama and wine and different things like this.
The dramatic extremes of life, the pleasures and also the serenity. And
the discipline needed to put it together in a serenity and
So that's where you
calmness,
took your name.
So we took the name from that, and we're trying to, in a sense, pollinate these young people's minds, or to make them blossom, or older people's minds.
You played at
Adults like
schools and
adult
for
concerts
adults.
Sure.
we've played for about, I think, over 11,000 kids now in schools.
Yeah.
Just in the last couple of years.
Our focus is usually on the city kids in Youngstown because we find that, first of all, they're a little bit more open and they're hungry for different sounds. They're hungry to have a group of professional musicians come in who are well-intentioned and who love doing what they're doing and playing with each other and presenting all these different styles. And the kids in the city also are less, well-fortunate. The programs that they have offered in the city schools are sometimes not as extensive, and so we like to do that. But we played for all different groups. I mean, one of the things this group has played in a number of different situations. We have a kids focus that you're kind of probably getting a grip on. In fact, our children's programs are called Say Yes to Music, and partly because the Dionysian Arts Ensemble is a difficult name even for adults to understand or remember, but also because that's part of the whole message.
Yeah, kind of goes along with Nancy Reagan's "Just Say No to Drugs," you know, just right in there, and you know how well that's working. All right, let's go to the film here, right here on WKBN, and take a look at the Dionysian Arts Ensemble. What are we going to see here off the bat?
Okay, the first thing we're going to see is actually a little program that we've launched here with WKBN, ironically enough. The program for kids' sake, as you know, the little campaign that this station is involved with. They have the theme song, and they hired us basically to record 3 different versions, meaning like basically a classical version and a jazz version and a rock version of their theme song, which will be used for promotions and commercials, which has worked very well.
All right, so the theme song is what we're going to hear, the first?
Yeah.
First, and then a few outtakes from some of the concerts.
We're going to start out here with some of the things we do for children. After that, we'll see some of this piece in C, which is the minimalist piece that we use with the kids drawing. You'll see some of that. And then a little bit of a story that we do for the kids programs with our keyboard player. We should mention, obviously, the other people in the group, I think, before we go on. Jeff is the bass player. I'm the clarinetist and sometimes saxophone player. Our keyboard player is Jim Garber, who is from Warren. And our guitarist is Teddy Pentalis, who is also from Warren area. And our flute player is Patricia Foltz, who is from Boardman initially, but she lives in Akron now. Okay. And after that, we're going to see a couple more of the things for kids. I think we can probably keep our mics open.
Let's take a shot now. We'll watch the monitor here and the Dionysian Arts Ensemble.
Say yes to music. And everyone knows how to say yes. And there are some things in life that it's nice to say yes to. There's a lot of things that are dangerous in life and things that aren't so happy, and we all know about that, and things to watch out for. But of all the wonderful things in life, of all the pretty colors and all the things that make us happy, music is definitely one of those. And our message to you today is that we'd like you to reach out, and as you grow up, we'd like you to enjoy the world of music, to open your ears up to all the different colorful sounds. This is a recording of one of the versions of the Kids Say theme song. These are our musical help needs here.
Provide instruments for your
Toys for 1-year-old.
It was fun. We enjoyed doing it.
This is a scene from the Oakland Center for the Arts, where we just recently finished some major concerts there. One of the wonderful pockets of life in Youngstown, the Oakland Center. This is the piece in C. You can see the kids with their eyes closed. They're trying to get open them, and they draw their ideas down.
We're trying to let them give them space to formulate their ideas, and you see them draw.
The focus isn't on the quality of art, it's on the originality, the fact that there's no one else in the world just like them. And that's kind of, there are some underlying messages used through the music.
Kids are a lot younger than I'd assume.
Those particular kids are. That was from the Montessori school.
This is Jim Garber here. He's kind of demonstrating the synthesizer you asked about the instruments we play. And
I wasn't super scared yet.
he's made up a little story here, and he's just trying to explain what he wants to be when he was younger.
And then I saw it was coming in fast. It was coming in fast.
The artwork you see in the background is a lot of some of the artwork you'll see artists in there.
You have your backdrop all that you...
No, not all the time. No.
But this is one of the things that the whole idea of the Dionysian Arts Ensemble is to be a multimedia type of group. This is several examples, you'll see some later on, of this was a story based on a tune that our guitar player Teddy wrote,
Which was inspired by, I think, about 6 or 7 year old.
a little boy wrote a story.
You can see his words in the background on the screen. That's about right. It's one of the natures of our group is to try and keep this inspiration happening amongst ourselves to keep it going. That's why we use each other to get our, desires.
This is, of course, Linus and Lucy, and bring up the kids on the stage and have them give a chance to dance.
Our friend Todd Hancock, we'll also see later, was doing the mime there.
Wow. So you have the kids involved in this, and it looks like they're having a great time.
Oh, they do, yeah. And adults, too. We don't want to leave the adults out. That just happened to be the children there. And
We're visiting with the Dionysian Arts Ensemble here, at least a part of them, and if you'd like to book them, you take private bookings, I assume. How about for a wedding?
Sure, we've done weddings
we
and
play,
parties.
not only can we play weddings, but we've played at a church classical and Baroque music for the wedding ceremony, and then we'll go over to the Moonraker or someplace like that and play pop and jazz standards for the reception.
Okay.
So we're available
You're
for all
very
different
versatile
types.
then. If you'd like to book them, the number is 757-0247. 757-0247 to book the Dionysian Arts Ensemble. We have more clips here? More?
I believe so, yes.
The next one we have the groups. Let's see. This was the first part. Let's just go to the second one and see what we have coming up here.
Okay.
And we'll talk over here. We've got.
this next one is
Okay, this is one of the things we do for kids is we do a little music around the world segment. This is a Greek folk tune written by the guitar player Teddy again. And you can hear it's in odd meters, what's called a 7/8 meter, which is a different compositional style that we're approaching kids with. We don't necessarily explain it to them. We let them absorb it. This is a Chinese lullaby, kind of song that little kids would maybe listen to in China.
way over in China, Bob's right. I went to Montessori school there. One of our conductors here.
We usually try to have someone come up and guest conduct. This is Pink Panther.
How's she doing?
She's doing better than most of the conductors I've played with.
There we go. This is Todd Hancock.
Todd Hancock is an extremely talented actor from this area. Many people in the viewing audience know him through work at the Playhouse. He just came back from California, and we put together this sequence that Todd developed called Hats Half Off, where he goes through a little story of wearing different hats. And the emotions are kind of triggered by the music, so it's interactive with the music again.
We did this at some of the adult programs also, and the adults really seem to like this also. It kind of breaks up the seriousness of
So this part of the multimedia,
Right,
you
right.
will acting in with the music and
acting, drama, some poets you'll see. We have in the next clip some poetry and some dancing and some of the other stories. So we're different styles of music dating hundreds of years ago to
Now this music will obviously this music will never be mainstream or never widely accepted, but you want to introduce it, right? To let people know that it's out there.
We try to play, when we play music of all styles, we try to, I don't know if it's conscious, but we find ourselves avoiding, except for the kids, we'll do a couple of songs that they're very familiar with, as you can tell from the clips.
Sure.
But in general, a lot of the music is based or would be more palatable to a smaller audience, I suppose. But because we do so many different styles, there's something for everyone.
Okay.
It is pretty mainstream in a sense. It's not necessarily real popular, but in another sense it is. We all hear it right now. A lot of the stuff we play, it's there.
Yeah.
All they have to do is turn the dial on a radio or turn on a TV. It'll be there. Or a lot of the albums we don't.
Dionysian Arts Ensemble. We have one more clip here, and we're going to go to that right now, and we'll show you the final. Now, this is where you're getting the poetry involved here?
Well, this is a Renaissance dance from the 1500s, one of several things we play.
On the wind.
And this is a piece called Orphan Trees that Jeff wrote.
I wrote the music, a friend wrote the poetry, George Pepper.
Our own witty orphans.
What is this here?
A dimly lit club, I believe.
This is over at the opening hour.
Have you noticed how in movie films, lovers always wait and walk on
Based on a song that
birds
just
watch
collaborated with a
as
song
they
from
run,
keyboard players
fall
in
down and kiss in the sand. The setting sun,
All these
silhouettes,
people are so fun to work
their
with.
playful
It's kind of work
tenderness.
putting these concerts together.
They sit or
This
wander
is
in fields of
a
wildflowers.
concert that normally most of you won't attend. You've got to get out and see how these sounds are made, though. Now, what's this?
This is a young man, Brian Alleman, who just came back from being the lead dancer in the Chattanooga Ballet. This is from the Butler Art Gallery, where we performed earlier this year. And this is a piece by Messiaen, a French composer, in the 20th century. It's actually a tape of me playing. I was in California doing a soundtrack to a movie during this concert.
And here's some other dancers we've worked with. This is Cookie Page and Sue Miracle and Nikki.
Nicole McCready. This is a new age piece. This is Nancy Bazzari, who was one of our guests also at the opening. This is a piece called Holly Goes Brown, and the rock and roll block type thing. So we've done this. There's a screen behind her. She had a movie with this piece, but this wasn't being shown at this particular And this is an Italian tarantella by Camille Saint-Saëns. It's more of the artwork of Jim Pernato, who's been a visual artist interacting with our group now for the last few months.
There you are, the Dionysian Arts Ensemble. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat stuff. Listen, gentlemen, thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very
If
much.
you'd like to book these guys, their number is 757-0247, the Dionysian Arts Ensemble. A little bit of different music today. Comment on the new age music we're hearing real quickly. Are you familiar with that?
New age music?
New age music that is now, it's now a radio format inside.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Do you think that
Well, we use it in small doses because some of it's very pretty. I mean, it can get to the point where it's almost too robotized, I suppose would be a term.
right, where it's pumping it out, right?
Yeah, where it becomes almost like, you know, kind of very bland music.
Right.
And we try to do things that have some excitement and some tinge of...
Some freestyle in it, too, huh?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much for being along.
Thank you,
Thanks
Dan.
a lot, Dan.
My guests, first of all, have been Bob Fitzer from the Dionysian Arts Ensemble and Jeff Bremer. And sorry we didn't get to talk to you a little bit more about the soundtrack. Maybe next time.
Oh, sure.
I'll talk to you next
Thanks.
time. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to talk about a machine called its New Image, and we're going to do that in just a moment here. And Ron Peters will be here from La Chic Salon in Boardman, so stay with us.
Take a good look at these men. Radio 57 WKBN warns you. It's the last time you'll see them with their mouths closed. They like to talk. They're good at talk. And they know what good talk is. Great talk radio is even better. With Dan Ryan, Dan Rivers, and Ron Verb, plus Larry King all night. When you want great talk radio, you want Radio 57 WKBN AM.
27th Street, oh yes.
Sunday afternoon at 1.